Memoir by Brooke Weltmer. July 21st. That was my first day here in Albuquerque completely alone. I had left my high school best friends, my family, my job, and my bubble to come out to somewhere I knew close to nothing about. I vividly remember saying goodbye to my friends on the night of July 14th and thinking about how much I was going to miss them. It never really hit me, the part about being so far away from those who brought me so much happiness until the 21st. When I first decided to come to New Mexico for college in May, all I felt was joy and gratitude. I was beyond ready to start my next chapter in life, to be out on my own, and to be in a new environment. For so long, I could taste my excitement. Not to mention that I got an amazing opportunity to be a part of the UNM dance team, something that seemed so unattainable at the time. But like the saying, all good things must come to an end, guilt quickly crept in. The entire time I was driving down from California, I couldn't help but hold back tears. Driving down through Nevada, there is nothing but desert. It is utterly plain and lifeless, which is how my mind and body felt at the moment. Isolation. It had finally hit me that I was going to miss out on so much. It was the middle of the summer, and all my friends still had so much time together. My heart still feels full, reminiscing back on the lake days, day trips to Lake Tahoe, late night swimming, and game nights. It went from going out every night to watching my friends go out every night through a phone screen. I could still feel the pain I felt sitting in my hotel room when I saw two of my best friends go out to dinner together. Of course, my friends and I always talked about how we're never going to lose touch and we'll see each other during breaks, but it never felt so surreal until then. My friends were my happy and safe place. I mean, I had spent basically my entire life since elementary school with them. It felt like I was risking all my relationships that I spent so much time building and strengthening in order to what? Dance? And that's the reality of life. Life is always changing. Nothing is ever constant. I knew that in order for me to be able to get through each day and build new relationships, I need to accept the change. So I did just that. Now that I was here in Albuquerque, I made it a goal to do something productive each day. Whether that was going for a hike, going shopping, or just driving around town, I knew that in order to accept the change, I needed to embrace it. More importantly, I needed to keep my mind busy. The moment I let myself become overwhelmed with reality, my mind would jump to, this is a mistake, and you had an amazing life back at home conclusions. Those thoughts hurt more than missing my family and friends. It made me doubt all my previous life decisions. My mind has always been my biggest enemy, and at this point, it was eating me alive. And just when I thought it couldn't get worse, I had been assigned with a random roommate for the summer, who, let's just say, we didn't have a bond that I was hoping for. Instead, I was left with a taste of disappointment and not one single friend. It wasn't even like I could hang out with the dance girls, because I hadn't even met them yet. But sometimes you have to hit rock bottom before coming back up. One day, I decided to go to the ABQ Zoo, which in my opinion is actually pretty amazing. Definitely better than the one in Sacramento. At that moment, the only, and I mean only reason I went to the zoo was because I had already explored everywhere else. The day I went to the zoo was one of the hottest days of the summer. I spent around 4 hours there, and I'm pretty sure I sweated more that day than I ever have. And that's a lot coming from someone from California. I remember walking around and being so mesmerized by how happy the animals were. If you think about it, they are all at home. They are in their safe places. Yes, there's controversy about animals being locked in cages, but for most zoo animals, they are raised there since birth and it's all they've ever known. I could still picture the monkeys putting on a show for the visitors, swinging from rope to rope and splashing in the water. They were having the time of their lives. And when I looked up, I saw that everyone else was too. I could hear families laughing, bonding, and connecting with each other. Little kids were running around, and their parents couldn't help but video them to keep the memories forever. Forever. Everyone was so happy to be there, and that's when it clicked. It wasn't until I was forced to go out alone that I missed what was going on around me. When I was out with my friends, I was always so wrapped up with our conversations at hand that I forgot I was in public, surrounded by hundreds of people. People show emotion so easily, yet at the same time, it's so easily missed. By observing their presence, I was able to open my eyes and begin to enjoy my own presence. It's just like how when someone smiles at you, you can't help but smile back because it's contagious. It gave me a new positive perspective and forced me to focus on myself, to fix what I felt like I'd been missing in my life, and realizing it wasn't just about social outings. It was self love, and self reliance. I was touching my future. Saying no to a group outing shouldn't make you feel like you're missing out when happiness is actually within you. Seeing my best friends going out to dinner shouldn't have affected me the way it did. To this day, I now know that I'm enough to fulfill myself. I've always been independent, hence why I always thought I'd be fine coming out here. But this is a different type of independence. Independence in knowing that you can do things alone and still live out your best life, leading to a world of self development and growth that will take you and me past our farthest goals. The most commonly asked question I get is, why did you come to New Mexico? And before my realization, it was along the lines of, because I don't like California and I just wanted to go somewhere new. Yet now, it's dramatically deeper than that. I came to New Mexico because it helped to push me into a new and stronger person. I will be forever grateful that I made the decision to come out here. I would not be the person I am today, nor will I be the person I am in the future without this experience and all the lessons I've learned from it. In the end, sometimes you have to change your environment to change your mindset.